The mysterious lives of North Korean soldiers have recently come into sharper focus, as they appear on the harsh battlefields of Russia and Ukraine. Meanwhile, the border between North Korea and China provides another critical perspective to understand them. Stretching 1,400 kilometers, this boundary is marked by two rivers and a mountain range, which separate not just two nations but two vastly different ways of life, even though China itself falls short of Western ideals for a modern democratic state. On the eastern side of this border, small groups of North Korean soldiers patrol day and night tirelessly, serving as the first line of defense for their secretive homeland. Videos have captured these soldiers on duty, and the occasional smile reminds us that they are not mere tools of the Kim regime but living, breathing individuals. Among them are female soldiers, who make up approximately 15% of the total military force. Far from being confined to medical or logistical roles, these women undergo rigorous military training and serve in combat units alongside their male counterparts. Under North Korea's military-first policy, soldiers hold a privileged status above other professions like workers, farmers, and intellectuals. They receive higher rations and better access to resources. With a population of 26 million, North Korea maintains a standing army of over 1 million soldiers, placing a heavy burden on the nation. To put this into perspective, if the US had the same proportion of active duty troops, it would field 15 million soldiers. China and India would each maintain armies of 60 million. North Korea's chronic food shortages, exacerbated by international sanctions over nuclear weapons testing, have taken a severe toll on both civilians and the military. Malnutrition is so widespread that the minimum height requirement for male soldiers has been repeatedly lowered, reportedly now at a mere 142 centimeters. Since the border between North Korea and South Korea is heavily littered with landmines, which makes the route to the south extremely dangerous, severely malnourished North Koreans, driven by the need to find food, often have no choice but to cross the border into China. These people cross directly over the ice to China during the winter, and in other seasons, they wade through shallow waters. Encounters with border guards are often resolved with bribes of $20 to $30, significant sums for soldiers who serve 10 years without pay, relying on such deals to supplement their meager existence. As food scarcity spills into the military ranks, even North Korean soldiers have begun crossing into China to seek sustenance. This, however, has led to escalating social issues. While civilian defectors often receive help and sympathy from Chinese locals, soldiers are more likely to cause disturbances. Some resort to theft or robbery for food before returning to North Korea, usually intimidating locals rather than harming them. In the Chinese border city of Dandong, residents have even witnessed North Korean soldiers returning home on motorboats after securing food. On the other hand, soldiers who flee North Korea due to escaping from punishment from the authorities, sometimes commit violent offenses in China, such as robbery and assault, cases that frequently make headlines. These incidents have forced China to tighten border security, further complicating escape routes for ordinary defectors. One notable case is that of Chu, a former Special Forces soldier born in 1982. Once destined for a promising future, Chu's life took a devastating turn after his sister defected, which led to his forced dismissal from the military and subsequent exile to a coal mine, where he endured 9 years of grueling labor. In 2013, unable to bear the harsh conditions any longer, Chu fled to China. However, after injuring an elderly person during a theft, he was arrested and sentenced to 11 years in prison. By 2021, with only a few years left before his release and inevitable deportation to North Korea, Chu faced the grim prospect of severe punishment, or even execution, upon his return. Desperation drove him to a daring prison break. Scaling high walls and electric fences, Chu managed to escape, surviving more than a month in sub-zero temperatures and harsh wilderness, a testament to the physical toughness instilled in North Korean soldiers. When he was eventually recaptured, his sentence was extended. Yet Chu remained resolute, preferring a longer prison term in China over the horrors awaiting him in North Korea. The plight of North Korean soldiers illustrates a stark contrast. Some willingly head to Ukraine, prioritizing money or blind loyalty over their lives, while others risk everything, crossing borders simply to survive.